Hey guys, so for this tutorial I'm going to be using my size 3.5mm hook, my measuring tape and my yarn. So this is from a brand called Crystal Canon, or you can use any weight for yarn of your choice depending on which yarn you have access to. So to get started, you're going to start by measuring your waist or the area you want the top to stop, and you're going to measure that and divide by 2, because you're going to be working in 2 panels, the front and the back panel, or rather you're working in 4 panels, the front and the back panel, and then the sleeves. So to get started, as you can see, I already worked on one panel, which is the front panel. So the front and back panel are both going to be identical. For the measurement, or for the amount of stitches you're going to work with, it depends on how you want to divide it. So for my panels, each sections between the cable stitch, I have 15 stitches between the cable stitches, and then the cable stitch consists of 5 stitches. So 1 2 3, that's 15 stitches, plus 15 times 4 is 60. 60 plus 15 is 75. So I'm going to do a total of 75 chains. You can increase the amount of stitches you want between the cable stitches depending on how many you want, or depending on the width you want for the panel. I'm going to do a written pattern for all sizes so you can know how many stitches you're going to have between the cable stitch. But for this tutorial, this particular top is for a medium to large. So now I'm just going to make a chain of 75. Now I have a total of 75 chains. What you're going to do is you're going to start by chaining 1. In the first stitch, go in with 1 single crochet. Going to the next stitch with 1 single crochet. Now you just want to put 1 single crochet in each stitch till you get to the end of the row. And you're going to do this for 8 rows. So for the front panel, I did a total of 8 rows of single crochet, which you can increase the waistband depending on how long you want the waistband to be. So I did a total of 8 rows of single crochet, and so I did a total of 8 rows of single crochet for the waistband, and this is about 1.5 inches. So if you want the waistband to be longer, you can do more rows. It depends on how you want the waistband to be, but 8 rows is enough for me. I like the length, so I'm going to go with 8 rows. Now chain 1 for the 9th row. You're going to work with 1 double crochet in each stitch except for the first and the last stitch. So in the first stitch, you're going to do an increase. Go in with 2 double crochets. 1 2. Now put 1 double crochet in the rest of the stitches till you get the last stitch. Now I've come to the end of the row. In the last stitch, go in with 2 double crochets. Row, go into the first stitch with 2 double crochets. Now put one double crochet in the next 15 stitches. 1, 2, 3. So I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 double crochets. In the 17th stitch, so if you remember this, we have the first 16 stitches. The first stitch have 2 double crochets. In the 17th stitch, you're going to go in with a treble reef stitch, or sorry, treble post stitch. So yarn over your hook twice, go into the front post of the next stitch, yarn over and pull through. I have 4 loops, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Now what you're going to do is I'm going to start working with the cable stitch. So what you're going to do is you're going to yarn over your hook twice, skip this next stitch and go into the next stitch, the post of the next stitch, with 1 treble crochet. Now yarn over and pull through. I have 4 loops, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over your hook twice, go into the next stitch, the next post stitch, yarn over and pull through. I have 4 loops, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Now you're going to yarn over your hook twice and go back to the stitch that you skipped, go into the post and pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Yarn over your hook twice and go into the post stitch, the post of the next stitch. So we have our first cable stitch. Now put 1 double crochet in the next 15 stitches. I'm done putting 1 double crochet in the 15 stitches. You're going to repeat what you did for this first cable stitch. So yarn over your hook twice, go into the post of the next stitch, yarn over and pull through. I have 4 loops, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Now yarn over your hook twice, skip the next stitch and go into the next 2 stitches with your treble post. Yarn over your hook twice and go into the next stitch. Now yarn over twice and go into the stitch that you skipped. Yarn over twice, go into the posts of the next stitch. So before the cable stitch I have a post, and after the cable stitch I have a post. Put 1 double crochet in the next 15 stitches. I'm at the end I'm at the end of the 10th row. In the last stitch, go in with 2 double crochets. So I have a total of 3 sets. I have a total of 3 sets of the cable stitch. For the 11th row, start by chaining 1. Now you're going to work with single crochets for this row. In the first stitch, go in with 2 single crochets. Now put 1 single crochet in each stitch till you get to the end of the row. Now when you get to this cable stitch, in these 5 stitches, go in with 1 single crochet. So I already put 1 single crochet in the first post stitch. Go into the next one with 1 single crochet. So make sure you're not skipping this stitch at the back. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now continue with 1 single crochet in the rest of the stitches. Do this till you get to the end of the row. So now I'm done putting 1 single crochet in each stitch. For the 12th row, start by chaining 1, turn over. In the first stitch, go in with 2 double crochets. Now continue with 1 double crochet in the rest of the stitches till you get to this post. Now I've come to where the post stitch is. Yarn over your hook twice and come down to where the post stitch is. Yarn over and pull through. I have 4 loops. Yarn over and pull through 2, pull through 2 and pull through 2. Now yarn over twice, skip this first stitch and go into the next post stitch with 1 treble post. Yarn over, going to the next post with 1 treble stitch. Yarn over twice and go back into the stitch that you skipped. Yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, pull through 2 and pull through 2. Now yarn over and go into the last post stitch. Now continue with 1 double crochet in the next 15 stitches till you get to the next cable stitch. Now I've gotten to the next cable stitch. You're going to yarn over your hook twice, going to the post stitch with 1 treble crochet. Yarn over twice, go skip this post and go into the next one with 1 treble crochet. Yarn over twice and go into the last post with 1 treble crochet. Now yarn over twice and go back into this post that you skipped. Yarn over twice and go into this post stitch with 1 treble crochet. Now put 1 double crochet in the next 15 stitches, and you're just going to repeat this till you get to the end of the row. Now I've come to the end of the 12th row. In the last stitch, go in with 2 double crochets. Chain 1. I have a total of 5 rows of increase, and from here on I'm going to stop increasing. So from the 13th row upward to wherever I want my top to stop, or till I get the amount of rows I want, I'm not going to be doing any increase or decrease. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to keep on alternating between row 9 and row 10. I'm going to keep on alternating between row 9 and row 10. So you're alternating between the cable stitch row and the single crochet stitch row. So chain 1, turn over, put 1 single crochet in each stitch till you get to the end of the row, and you're just going to keep on alternating between the single crochet stitch and the cable stitch row till you have the length you want for the top. So I did a total of 25 rows of the cable stitch minus the 8 rows I did for the waistband. I have a total of 25 rows of the cable stitch. Now what you want to do is you want to mark off where you want the neckline to be. So I used my stitch marker to mark off 4 stitches away from this cable stitch on this end, and then did the same for the other end, and just did 2 rows of single crochet. Now that's it for the front and the back panel. For the sleeves, I'm going to start by making a total of 35 chains, which is in multiples of 15 plus 5, because I'm just going to have one set of cable stitch and then 15 stitches on both sides. So 15 plus 15, 30 plus 5, that's 35. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35. Now chain 1 on the first stitch, go in with 1 single crochet, go into the next stitch with 1 single crochet. Now you're just going to walk back and forth with 1 single crochet till you have the length you want for the cuff of the sleeves, which I'll let you know how many rows of single crochet I end up doing. So I have a total of 8 rows of single crochet for the cuff. You can make it longer depending on how long you want the cuff to be. For the 9th row, start by chaining 1 and turn over. In this first stitch, go in with 2 double crochets. Now just put 1 double crochet in the rest of the stitches till you get to the last stitch where you're going to do an increase. I've come to the end of the row. In the last stitch, go in with 2 double crochets. Chain 1, do an increase in this first stitch, so go in with 2 double crochets. Now put 1 double crochet in the next 15 stitches. 1 2 3 4 5 6 So I have a total of 17. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 double crochets. Now what you're going to do is you're going to repeat what you did for the body of the sweater. Yarn over your hook twice and go into the next stitch, the front post of the next stitch, with 1 treble crochet. Yarn over twice, skip the next stitch, go into the next 2 front post with 1 treble crochet, 1 and 2. Yarn over twice and go back to the front post of the stitch that you skipped. Now yarn over twice and go into the front post of the next stitch. So you have a front post, a cable stitch, and a front post. Now put 1 double crochet in the rest of the stitches till you get to the last stitch where you're going to do an increase. I've come to the end of the row. In the last stitch, go in with 2 double crochets. Now chain 1. In the first stitch, go in with 2 single crochets. Continue with 1 single crochet in the rest of the stitches till you get to the end of the row. Now you're just going to keep on repeating this till you have the length you want. You're going to keep on increasing on both sides till you have the measurement of the widest part of your arm, and then you're going to stop increasing. So just keep on doing an increase on both sides, and you'll be alternating between the cable stitch row and a row of single crochet. And I'm going to do this till I have the widest part of my arm, which I'll let you know how many rows I end up with, and then I'll show you what to do next. But just keep on increasing on both ends and keep alternating between 1 row of the cable stitch and 1 row of the single crochet stitch. So now I'm done with the sleeves, and I did a total of 20 rows of increase, counting the single crochet stitch. So if you remember, I alternated between the single crochet and the cable stitch. So I have a total of 20 rows of increase, and then from the 21st row I stopped increasing and just continued with the same pattern, but I just didn't increase on both sides. So like I said, you just want to increase until you have the width of your arm, and then you're going to stop increasing and just continue till you get the length of your arm. So I have a total of 40 rows alternating between the single crochet and the row of cable stitch. Now I'm just going to do the other sleeve and then attach the sleeve to the body of the sweater. So I'm done with the sweater, and for the sleeves I did a total of 25 rows. And then I just attached the sleeve to the body of the sweater and went around the neckline with 1 single crochet, and that's it for the sweater. So thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe.